I heard this story years ago, and believe me, it is true. This person is on YouTube. He's hunted down the original author, and again I warn you, this is all true. As a bit of an intro, a few years back, a boy named Russell Munch went to school in a small town called Trinity, Ohio. Russell was bullied constantly by almost everyone in school and at home. He lived with his alcoholic father, now deceased. Long story short, he killed everyone in his homeroom class. I remember hearing this story from my friend Seth. Seth loved Creepypasta. As a side note, never mention Creepypasta in your Creepypasta stories. It automatically takes away any form of believability that the story has. Let's continue. He read it every day and would read aloud at lunch. He told me that one night, while frequenting the Creepypasta site, he got a mysterious text message. The message read, "Would you like to experience a real creepypasta?" Of course, Seth wanted to live a creepypasta, so he replied, "Yes." Why? He then got a message that said, "Bring 5 friends on the stroke of midnight to the woods in the next 5 days." Seth came to school, and of course I volunteered to go with him. He gathered one other friend named John, and we went to the woods that night at midnight. We waited for a whole 3 hours before we got bored and left. To us, it seemed that Seth had gotten a fake text from someone we knew. I went home that night with a strange feeling in my stomach. I felt awful, as though something bad would happen. I eventually passed out and into slumber. I went to school the next day. I waited for Seth in the commons room until the tardy bell rang. At first I thought it was odd, for Seth was an honor student who never missed a day of school. 3 periods passed and still no sign of Seth. After school I decided to walk to Seth's house. Once there, I noticed his door was unlocked. Seeing as he lived in a bad neighborhood, this was not like his parents. I entered the house and nearly shit myself. There on the couch lay Seth's father and mother, both of them horribly mutilated. Their eyes seemed as though they were scooped out the chest, were ripped open as of by a sharp object, and worst of all, their mouths were cut in such a manner as that they had a permanent smile. I freaked out and ran to Seth's room. There was the most gruesome sight of my life. There, hanging from the ceiling, suspended by fishing hooks in his back, was Seth. His eyes were also cut out, and he had a horrible smile stitched into his face. I approached him slowly when I heard him gasp and scream, "Help! Oh God, help! We didn't play by the rules!" I rushed to Seth and grabbed his hand. I told everything would be okay. He turned his head in the direction of my voice and said, "Noah, we didn't play by the rules." He said, "Bring 5, we should have brought 5, we." Those were the last words Seth ever spoke. I screamed and ran outside. The sky, which was normally blue, had turned a dark shade of violet, and people all around me seemed to be frozen in time or fear. And in front of me stood a boy, a man. I do know how to describe him. He wore a red smiling mask, a hoodie, and a jacket over in his hands. He held a hammer and a knife. You didn't play by the rules. I tried to turn and run, but found myself frozen in fear. He approached slowly. He took off his hood and undid the clasps of the mask. You should have played by the rules, kid. He took off he mask and showed me his face. He was missing both eyes, and the sides of his mouth were cut and cruelly stitched into a wicked grin. Seth failed, so now you get to play the game 5 people on the next 5 days. I want you to know that he's coming for me tonight. I didn't get 5 people in time, so I decided to warn you all. He messages you, texts you, or anything don't answer, that's his ticket into our world. He's standing behind me as I type. I know he is because I can hear him. I'm gonna die. Oh god, I'm gonna die. Amazing. Hello guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week of Crappypasta. It was a lot of fun to make. And thank you guys for being so patient with the absence of Creepypasta videos for the past few weeks. It's because, you know, I've started school again, I've been a bit busy. But there is a new video coming soon enough. This was just a quick thing, you know, to keep you guys from feeling hungry because there's not enough videos about creepypastas. But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and stay tuned for more videos to come. Take care. And also, thank you for 40,000 subscribers. What in the world? I cannot believe this. Like, what have I done to deserve this? 40,000 subscribers. I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you. Thank you.